What's up, guys? How y'all doing? I have returned for another video, and this is the recap from UH's first road trip of the season, at least the first road game anyway, and it was against the UT Rio Grande Valley Vaqueros. That's what they call them. And I'm going to put up my banner here. That's right. They easily took care of business over the Vaqueros. And what was the final score there? It was 73. Wait, hold on. Let me see. It was 76-57. Sorry, guys. I had to look it up a little bit. But, hey, we won it 76-57. We led by 20 at halftime. And although Texas Rio Grande won the second half by just 1 point, it didn't matter. We ended up coming through the winners, and I thought that was a complete performance by the University of Hawaii. At least another complete performance anyway, next to the Niagara win. And I will say that Matthue Cotton is starting to show some more of his potential. He led all players after the first half with a whopping 19 points. 5 triples he hit. 5 of them. He hit 5. And although he was held to only 4 points in the second half, there were 2 emphatic dunks. And in total, Cotton had 5 triples, as I said. In total, after the first half, UH had made 9 of them. The next closest was Juan Munoz with only 2 made. But in the second half, UH kind of cooled off on the three-point shooting. They only made 2 of them. So in total, they made 11 triples. And 11 triples, and although 11 is not unheard of, that's a good number. That's proof that they got some quality shooters there, whether it's Justin McCoy, Juan Munoz, Noel Coleman, or even Matthue Cotton. So obviously I give them an A grade for the Texas Rio Grande game. I had a feeling that they were going to win that one. I just didn't know by how much. Plus, they had yet to win against the Vaqueros away from the islands, and they pulled that off. So, hey, props to them. Now, for the final game in the Acrisure Invitational in Palm Desert, California. I may have said Palm Springs in the last game. In fact, I know I said Palm Springs. Now it's to be technically right, it's Palm Desert. So, obviously, San Diego, that's going to be a tough one. But we have shown that we can compete with them. I was looking at the history. And although UH is 0-4 against San Diego, they can compete with them. As a matter of fact, I'm going to hit the rewind button a little bit. I was looking at the recap from the 2007 game in November. That was the start of the Bob Nash era following the retirement of Riley Wallace. And unfortunately, that ended in a loss by 1 possession where UH trailed the entire time until Jared Dillinger and Riley Lutgerode gave the Rainbow Warriors their only lead with over 28 seconds left. And unfortunately, they were unable to hold on for those last 28 seconds. And they ended up losing by a possession, 73-72. And as I mentioned, that was in 2007. And in the second matchup at San Diego, UH ended up losing that one by a big margin, 81-67. That was an ugly one. And I think that back then, I think that Bob Nash was done a lot of wrong when he was made UH head coach because they waited so long. And that's not what you want to do. And the former athletics director, Herman Frazier, at the time, was later fired because it was rumored that he was going to do the same thing to the football team later in the year. So, do I think they're going to win against San Diego? Yeah, I probably would put them for maybe 3-point favorites. But San Diego, make no mistake, they're a good team, and we're due for a win against them. This is our 5th time that we've met against them. But even if we lose, the 2020 hindsight, the real season begins at the end of December 30th. That's conference play. And I think UH has answered a lot of questions in regards to conference play. I think they can compete. Do I think they can win? Sure. They've proven that they can get good starts. They have proven that they can hold their position. They have proven they can shoot efficiently from 3-point range. And they're also proving that they got a good backcourt and a good front court with guys like Morsek and Harry Ruliadeff and Bernardo da Silva. Now, Bernardo did really good. He had double digits. I believe he had 14 in the win. But Matthue Cotton really showed me something. And he showed that he could be another example of Noah Allen, or maybe even when he was here. Because when conference play came around, Noah Allen proved that he was the points generator because he made a bunch of points, averaged 15 when Big West play came around. Or he could be another Bernardo da Silva in the Diamond Head Classic when Bernardo came through with a breakout game of his own and led everyone with 17 against UTEP. So I guess we'll see what happens. So I would pick UH as the winners by 3. If they can show me something against San Diego and get their first win over them by a convincing margin, I'll be very surprised. They did that against Niagara. They had never faced off against Niagara before. I had to pick them for 5-point favorites, UH, and they ended up winning by 19. And I picked them but for 7-point favorites against Northern Arizona, and they ended up winning by 9. So we'll see what happens. They play at 5:30 Hawaii time, and then they go to Utah to face off against the University of Utah. Not Utah Tech, where Beon Riley transferred. So anyway, guys, that's all for today. I will see you guys for that recap video of the San Diego game. So for now, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all soon. Malama Pono, everyone.